kind of tough to a lot of guys competing for reps at running back right now. Keith is kind of coming on if James is there, and Max has really improved. What's the rotation like right now?
It's whoever the hot hand is, and it's kind of balanced. There's quite a few reps going around, so they're doing a good job of kind of who's going in on two-back personnel, who's running some routes right now today. It's a little different focus for each one kind of as we go through, so everybody gets a good evaluation, kind of all three phases, running the ball, pass protection, and then obviously catching the ball as well.
Are you guys going to try to have one back sort of do it all, or are you going to do backfield by committee, have some guy catch passes out of backfield, maybe one primarily goes between the tackles? Or
Yeah, tough to tell. Tough to tell. I think it's just as they keep trying to push each other and keep elevating, the competition just keeps rising, and then kind of whoever keeps elevating themselves again in all three phases will be the guy that kind of gets the start. But we'll play more than one guy. It's not going to be just kind of one guy the whole game type of deal. But they're all doing some pretty good things right now, so it's exciting, it's fun, can be competitive, and look forward to the next practice.
Have you noticed that Keith maybe has excelled a little bit the last week and kind of came in maybe a little stronger than he was in the spring? Or
no, it's been a nice few days for him. He's kind of stacking practices together, which is great to see, and great in the film room, and the consistency, which is the key for all of them. For all three of them, they can consistently run the ball well, make the right reads, cut the ball. They're supposed to cut the ball, protect the guys they're supposed to get to, and kind of deliver the blow now, and then the final piece of catching and making a play after the catch. If you can just consistently do those three things, right, then he's doing them. So it's been fun to see him kind of elevate, like you said.
In some ways, has his switch of positions over the years made him a better player?
I think so. And he's an ultimate team guy on top of it. Special teams guy last year all over the field, and he's doing it again this year. As a senior, so he knows that it takes more than one guy in one position to make this whole thing work. So it's great to have a guy like that in our meeting room too. On top of it, to kind of mentor Max, mentor those younger guys, Caleb Perry, to kind of see this is what it takes to be, a top level, football player. So it's, we're lucky to have him.
I kind of feel like he's the Peyton Pelore of the running backs, or the Robert Lewis of the running backs. How long he's been here? He was a starter 3 or 4 years ago, and he's still around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he waves the flag, man. He's a Coug, so it's great to have him. And like I said, the guy does veteran leadership, which is huge for our offense too.
How would you assess Max's effort thus far? It seems like every single play. You can hear the guy breathe from the sideline. He's running so damn hard. Yeah,
he's got one gear, and it's pretty fast. So and that's all he does. He goes 100 miles an hour, and just working on some of those freshman things, which is the assignments are all kind of getting cemented, and now it's being the best at those assignments. Executing them at a higher level than he is he is now. But yeah, the effort's not. There's no effort issues with him at all, and it's 100% all gas all the time.
James got engaged late in the spring, and he talked to us a few days ago and said that it made him more focused, maybe a little more grounded. Have you kind of noticed that at all with him since it happened?
He's been really good in the meeting room. He really has, and I think he's playing for more than himself now, and because James loves him some James, but he also loves his fiance and her daughter there too. So it's good. It's good. I think it does keep him a little more humble, a little more grounded, and I've seen a difference of him just really paying attention, asking smart questions, and working on some little things that I think can really elevate him.
Must have a keener sense of being closer to the guy.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's that's what you want. You want your players playing hard for for a bigger reason, just in themselves. So it's good to see him kind of self-motivated, a little more intrinsic than it is. The coach is kind of yelling at somebody all the time. So we're going to use that. And then he makes a mistake or has a bad play, and there's bad body language, and I'll remind him, hey man, got the people counting on you back home type of thing. So it'll be a good little tool for us.
Coach Leach said that in his experience that can also go the other way, where maybe a player is more distracted and isn't as focused. Have you kind of seen that side of it too? Not with James, but
with others,
with
others for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's girlfriends. Girlfriends could be a distraction. Fiancés, I think, is probably you're heading in the right direction. So it's varies on a different guy, guy to guy. But James, it's a good situation.
All right, thanks.